afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am the 9 to 5, hurry up, cook dinner, pick the kids up from school, homework checking, making sure chores are done, Saturday soccer mom, who does laundry on Sunday just to find out that my husband is sleeping with his secretary. Lipstick and hotel receipts don't lie. I am the high school dropout who follows the parental guidance of the streets. My mother's name is Avenue, my father's name is Boulevard. When the street lights come on, they're always calling me home. I am the workaholic, no time having, ignoring all priorities at home, compromising time in exchange for material things. My conscience tells me that there's food on the table and a roof over their heads. My conviction lets me know that regret will always shake hands with consequences, and the coffin doesn't keep its course with clocks and calendars. I am that uppity Negro who turns his nose to the ghetto, the proper English, middle class, better than you, PhD with many degrees that won't look back to where I came from. I stopped eating collard greens because it reminded me of poverty. Just as much as I remember how he made it, hand out, helped up, I long forgot how to use the same formula that the next prodigy comes from the projects. I am homeless, cardboard sign war veteran that can't find work. I stand still staring at floating eyes daily. I know if we make eye contact, guilt will pull him in. You guesstimate that I am an alcoholic, but my stomach is still growling. You guesstimate that I am a junkie, but it's 20 degrees outside. You guesstimate that I can stand here all day and seek employment. But let me ask you something. Who is going to hire a convict? Who is going to trust someone with post-traumatic stress disorder? I am that military-made Frankenstein, baby killer branded by the brain. They boycott my medication in which I medicate myself, a bottle or a pipe. I am corporate. I speak 3 different languages, Yale, Beverly Hills, and Wall Street. I am the select few, the cornerstone of America. I rested on the backs of slavery, the sweat of poverty, and the fruit of immigration. I am old money. And though I pass down benefits to welfare recipients, I sell them dreams of riches. I offer layaway bearing high interest rates. I am the hand that feeds them. I invest in the poor. My portfolio is built on real estate, rent-a-center, price right, and subsidized housing. It makes them feel equally yoked to the American dream. I am religious, fire-baptized, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. But don't come to my church looking like that. If your dress is too tight, if you got sneakers on, if you even look suspicious, I'm going to have to ask Deacon Jenkins to sit you way in the back. I am a Christian that throws bricks at gays. I am the Muslim that throws acid on insubordinate wives. I am that church that loves conditionally. I'm that mosque that forms sleeper cells. I kill it well, all in the name of God. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Lawrence Randall Nunes, born from South Side of Providence. I am shaped from a single-parent mother, molded to know what's right and wrong, what the truth is and what is a lie. I stand there not even close to being perfect, but I strive to become perfect. The relationship with my family, friends, and even perfect strangers. I don't consider myself better than, but better off from my past. And this consideration only bears witness to my past influence. I am, and what I see in people more so becomes the product of their environment. Strip away every layer that defines a person. Bare naked, we all become equal. Take away their assets and achievements, eliminate their silver spoon privileges. Our eyes wouldn't even see made men. But the vulnerability of people who still get hungry, who will always be in need of shelter, clean air, and water, who who will always breathe life to the best of their capabilities. Ask a 6-year-old living with bone marrow cancer how bad she wants to go out and ride a bike with her friends. Ask a 65-year-old grandmother with breast cancer if she's worried about not being around for her granddaughter's wedding. Health puts things in perspective. And when money doesn't give you immunity, when education doesn't give you protection, you start to think if all your accomplishments was worth it. Life has its bowl of cherries and its circus of calamities. But the bottom line is, death will only hold you hostage when you hoard your life into someone else. This poem right here is called Tunnel Vision. I'm trying to get my group to perform this, but they haven't opened the email yet. So. An unopened letter, a check, not even cash, a winning lottery ticket unscratched. Unbeknownst to you is a daily blessing that we walk away from. Exhibit A. A mild-mannered, well-dressed, extremely good-looking gentleman, such as I, smiles at you and welcomes you with a warm hello. And you reply with something safe and greet him back. You think to yourself, he must be corporate. I bet you he makes about 6 figures. I can almost guarantee that he's married with 3 children. They go to private school in the vicinity. His wife probably runs a charity just to keep busy. Harvard or Yale, CEO or judge, lawyer or politician, Mercedes or BMW. One thing for sure, he is very dapper in that build-class suit. Exhibit B. But the layers come on. Losing all stealth, he looks detectable. A warning label that cuts the safety net of all breeders. Purses become clenched. Wallets placed in front of pockets. This distinguished gentleman has transformed into a common thug. You think to yourself, I bet you he sells drugs. He must be a convict. He probably has about 6 kids by 5 different women, and they're definitely living off the system. 10 to 1, he got a heavy-set girl on the side. Becky's her name. This broken English, no education, food stamp selling, probably on probation, school. Better not even speak to me. With just one nod, he passes you by and says, "What's up?" Exhibit C. More layers come on. From hardcore to despicable. The stench fills the air. It was like dead man walking, contaminating the sidewalks with a supersized plastic cup that came with instructions. Homeless warfare, seeking spare change to eat. God bless you. You try not to make eye contact because you're afraid of the connection. He becomes invisible to you, and you wish that you could cross the street without being so damn obvious. To flame your conviction over consciousness, you come up with an excuse. He's probably a drug addict. At the end of the day, he's going to run right into that liquor store. I'm not going to support his habit. Then out the blue, he starts screaming out at someone, "Shut up, shut up, the light was yellow. Spare change, spare change." A car drives by and yells, "Get a job, you dirty bastard." Another car rolls up and throws trash at him. A hint of sympathy comes over you, but not enough to take action. Running late for work and the bus is almost here keeps your mind off the apathy of others. Then the beggar starts to speak. I was a Persian Gulf private with post-traumatic stress disorder. I did 2 tours while you slept peacefully. Leaving behind a wife and 2 children, I left the state to homeland and came back broken. They say I speak bilingual, but the truth is, schizophrenia became the only friend I had. My wife doesn't know me anymore. My children can't recognize the father they once had. Watered by the state, I became institutionalized until the state funds ran low. They said I had to go. No Medicare to stabilize my cycle. Damn right, I get high, and you're damn right, I get my drink on. but I still get hungry, and I still damn near freeze to death. So who's going to hire a shattered soldier that serves? Who's going to feed this fighter for the so-called freedom? Who's going to help this veteran without judgmental eyes? Begging to fill my supersized plastic cup and get a meal for the dead. And that's when you realize he was an unopened letter never read. A check that needed to be cashed. That winning lottery ticket just waiting to be scratched. The saying goes, God blesses those who help themselves, but he also blesses those who invest in others. This last poem is dedicated to everyone here, that we can all relate. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Medicated by the poet. We put words on paper that many are afraid to say. We ask ink to dance between the lines and tangle the truth. We fall in love with feelings, become intimate with an audience that our naked souls, bare our naked souls to strangers and reveal our vulnerability. We are doctors, lawyers, actors, comedians, bishops, fathers, and bartenders. Our convo goes deep into content, from politics to religion, from social issues to a sexual appetite. There's no holds bars. We touch bases on everything unspoken. We give birth to words, nurse them into potential, feed them to a crowd searching for purpose. Our chapbooks become gospel. Our scriptures become surgery. We offer up our prayers of poetry just to the sick and shut in. The open one becomes our pulpit. The gathering becomes our congregation. And when we spit a verse that's been rehearsed, we break everything that's been cursed. We make incisions in the mind, stitching every syllable, every line, making one person whole with broken pieces, starting with paragraphs, creating theses. We cook our books, whipping up recipes from Langston to Poe, along with Shakespeare's side dishes. We use the same ingredients, a teaspoon of metaphors, a quarter ounce of stanzas, a half a cup of sonnets, and a pinch of alliteration, giving you a meter, a cadence to snap, to clap, to rewind our poems, giving you something to think about when you drive home. Our plan is to bring possibilities that potentially drives home with purpose. And at that point, we promise to ponder on our poem and see the power of pen. We are poets. This is more than our preoccupation. This is our pursuit, our profession, our poetry. Thank you very much.